Live from NPR News, I'm Janine Herbst. President Biden is expressing confidence that Democrats in Congress will pass two bills encompassing his entire domestic agenda. But as NPR's Scott Detrow reports, Biden is shying away from setting any new deadlines.
Speaking to reporters before heading home to Wilmington, Biden refused to predict when a major infrastructure package would pass the House or when he could cut a deal on a multi-trillion-dollar measure he hopes would do everything from making childcare more affordable to lowering the country's greenhouse gas emissions. This week, the House missed a self-imposed Democratic deadline to pass the infrastructure bill. Before boarding Marine One, Biden said,
"Everybody's frustrated. It's part of being in government. Being frustrated." Biden
acknowledged the multi-trillion-dollar bill's fate is largely in the hands of two Democratic senators, West Virginia's Joe Manchin and Arizona's Kyrsten Sinema. Scott Detrow, NPR News, the White House.
Women's marches took place around the country today, protesting the Texas law that bans most abortions and the Supreme Court's backing of the law. It's the toughest abortion law in the country. In Washington, a rally started downtown before heading to the Supreme Court. NPR's Danielle Kurtzleben was at the rally.
I've asked a lot of people whether they're optimistic, fearful, neither, both. And marchers overwhelmingly told me they do feel optimistic. But then no one is fooling themselves. They know the Supreme Court could weaken abortion protections further. And some marchers did tell me about a fear of going backwards, as they put it.
The Supreme Court's new term starts on Monday. The justice will hear a case this term on a Mississippi abortion law that could greatly weaken U.S. abortion protections. Egypt has been officially nominated to host the United Nations Climate Conference in 2022. Nida Hamzi has more.
U.S. climate envoy John Kerry announced the nomination. Earlier this month, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi had declared Egypt's interest in hosting the summit on behalf of the continent of Africa. Each year, the summit is hosted by a country representing a different region of the world. Several areas in Africa are already suffering consequences from climate change, despite the fact that the continent generates relatively low amounts of carbon emissions. Sisi said the conference would make for a, quote, radical turning point in international climate efforts for the benefit of Africa and the entire world. For NPR News, I'm Nida Hamzi in Beirut.
In Florida, police say they have found what they believe to be the remains of a 19-year-old missing college student. Maya Marcano was last seen a week ago at an apartment building near the University of Central Florida. A person of interest, maintenance man Armando Caballero, worked at her complex. Police say she rebuffed his romantic advances and that he used his master key to enter her apartment the day she vanished and went missing himself shortly thereafter. His body was found days later. Police say he apparently killed himself. This is NPR.